Hi, Sagittarius. So this is your October reading. I am Libra Sun, Capricorn Ascending, and Sagittarius Moon. So this will affect me a little bit. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull 4 or 5 tarot cards just to kind of get an energy of the month and decide if we are looking at career, if we are looking at love, if we are looking at health, or any other thing that's kind of like the major subject or energy of the month of October. I am Jody with Soul Purpose Tarot, and I really appreciate you guys stopping by. I want to say hi to my new subscribers and my old subscribers and my friends. I know I have some friends that from book club that just signed up last night, so let's see what October looks like for Sagittarius. Okay, so the first thing that came up was the Seven of Cups upside down. So that to me indicates there's still some sadness going on and upset and maybe some tears flowing, which means that things have not improved much from September, and that sucks. So let's see. Come on, I need some cards. There's 2. I will say I did some crying in September, so I'm hoping I'm done crying. Maybe this doesn't apply to me and it applies to somebody else. 3, I'm going to take them. We'll take all 3 of these cards. Okay, let's see what we got here. First one was the 7 of Cups in reverse. So upright, that would be looking good. Emotions are good. Money's coming in good. Happy, happy, happy. But it was not. It was in the reverse position. And that tells me that things are not where you want them to be at this point in time. So, since cups generally have to do with emotions, that just makes me think that there's a lot of tears coming. Let me think. I pulled that. So this was in the reverse position. Queen of Cups was in the reverse position. This is where you want to be, but your head's... So yeah, it still goes along with cups. Emotions are not in a good place. You're depressed about something. I don't know whether you broke up with somebody, you have left a job, you're looking for your life purpose, or what the deal is, but you are struggling right now and you are really trying to figure out what is going on. And this is what it feels like. It feels like you're here, you know you're in a bad place, and you're like, I'm going to try this. Nope, that didn't work. I'm going to try this. Nope, that's not going to work. Let's try this. So you keep like your life is a chess game, and you keep moving these chess pieces around trying to figure out what is missing and what is the problem and why am I not making more money, or why can't I find someone to love, or why do I hate this, or and it's just like, and I've been in that situation. I can remember 3 or 4 years ago, I was dating a particular guy. I was in a really bad funk, and I was, at that point in time, I hadn't quite figured out what the problem was. Did I have too much time on my hands? Was he the problem? Was I, needing a different job? Was I not happy with my job? Was it not this? And I was like, well, I'm going to add some of this. So I started volunteering at of the local food pantry because I felt like I had a little bit of too much time on my hands. I know that's not a problem a lot of people have, because most people are married, have been married, and have kids. I've never been married. I don't have kids. So a lot of the stuff that I might do or other people would do, I don't. So I don't have kids taking up a lot of my time. And because my work is not a regular 9-to-5 job and I work from home, I can tend to have too much time on my hands. So I have to really keep an eye on making sure that I, make plans to be with friends, make plans to be out of the house, and don't sit and, think about stuff too much in my own head. So I start, kind of moving around and it's because I'm out of balance. I am a Libra. So if I am out of balance, I am not happy. If I've got too much work going on, I'm stressed. If I don't have enough work going on, I'm stressed. If I am just, I'm like always constantly trying to find a balance. So that's where I'm like, we'll start trying to move my chess pieces of life around. And I can remember having the conversation with this guy, and I said, something's not right. I was crying all the time. My soul, my oversoul, my higher self was trying to give me directions. That's also something else that I should bring up here. If you are depressed and crying, your higher self is trying to get your attention. There's a reason this is going on. You need to either cut something out of your life that's not working, or you need to add something in that will make you happier. So something needs to go or something needs to come in, and only you know whether it is, maybe it's your job. Maybe it's the people at your job and you can't stand the people at your job and that job needs to go. Or maybe there's something that you need to say to somebody that you're holding in and it's eating you alive, and that's what needs to happen in order for you to be able to move forward. There are so many things out there that could make things out of whack. Probably while you're watching this video is trying to figure out what it is that's out of whack. The Ace of Wands. So this was everything. Good God, everything came up in reverse now that I'm looking at it. Sorry. This tends to be ideas. So you want it in the upright position. This is where things are good. You're thinking, you're being very creative. And with the wands in the negative position, I feel like you've got ideas, but they're stuck. And you're not being creative. They're not flowing. And the reason they're not flowing is because everything else is out of whack. I know when I am stressed, I am not creative. It's like I have this major block around my whole body and I can't think straight. And all of my thoughts consume what's wrong, and then I get even more stressed out because I'm like going, I need to make money, and I can't figure out how to do it. And I feel like that's what's going on. It's like you are so bogged down with these negative emotions that you can't see the forest for the trees, and get yourself out of that. So somewhere along the line, the negative thoughts are what are keeping you from moving forward. And as soon as you can change your perception of things, then those blocks are going to move and get out of the way. So the King of Pentacles was in the reverse position, and the King of Pentacles is someone who's making lots of money, and your money's being blocked right now. So, which I've already said. And the Judgment card was in the reverse position. So that Judgment and Justice. So it feels like, let me think here. Judgment. This came up yesterday in a reading I did about a court case. Let me think here. Something is going on. You're waiting on something. You're waiting on something that's got you all bound up in your thoughts, that won't let you move forward, that's keeping you stuck. And it has something to do with, I don't know, maybe it's a divorce, a contract, a court case, contract, divorce, some sort of paperwork. You're right, I'm wrong, and you're waiting to find out what the end result is. Maybe you were in a car accident or something and you're waiting on your insurance check so you can go buy a new car. I don't know. It's just like something that you're waiting on hasn't come through, and that's also got you stuck. It's like over here is whatever you're waiting on, and there's this big thick, I can see like this big thick rope that's like around your waist, and it's like you want to move forward, and this thing is like your anchor, and it's like you can't go forward because that thing won't let you go. That whatever that specific thing is what has got the rest of your whole world upside down and in a funk. So we need to get this Judgment card flipped up the right so you can move forward. I don't know what it is, but if you guys know what that is in your life, will you let me know? I would be very interested to know what that thing is that has got you bound, that you can't move forward, that you can't think straight, you can't get your creative juices flowing, or whatever that is that you're waiting for. Now, by the end of the month, and it came after the Judgment card, so your 9 of Cups is where you want to get. So after this happens and turns upright, your emotions are going to clear up. You're going to be able to move forward. So to me, it looks like by the end of October, whatever you're holding on to and whatever those emotions are that are attached to that one specific event, it cuts loose and you're going to be able to move forward. So that's what is feeling here. I think we're pretty clear on emotion, so I'm not going to do that. Let's do some healing cards and see if this can give me an idea of ways that you can heal or balance yourself in the process, things that you can do to get yourself out of your situation until this thing you're waiting on gets rectified. Because that everything is tied up around whatever that issue is, whatever that thing you're waiting on is. Meditation. Okay, so that's the first thing. Meditate. Okay. Meditation's always good. One, because you're clearing your mind, and your higher self, your soul, your guides, they can reach you if you can shut the mind chatter up and you can let them send you messages. They might be able to give you some ideas of things that you can do to move forward, to relax. They might be able to give you some ideas of things to make some money. They might be able to feed you some of that creative energy that you are so desiring to have that seems to be blocked right now. So I'm going to suggest some meditation, and I also feel like I'm seeing some crystals. If you have the money, go buy some crystals, and have some positive vibrations kind of surrounding you in your home. There's so many things that you can do to raise your vibration. So if you're like down here right now and you need to get yourself up here, exercise. If you're not exercising, go exercise. If you are a sugar addict, if you overdose on sugar, most likely, or if you overdose on any kind of negative thing, whether it's alcohol or sugar or certain food, the next day you're going to feel depressed. So make food one of the priorities that helps raise your vibrations. Crystals can help raise vibrations. Meditation can help vibrations. There are so many things that you can do to get from that like -10 vibration up higher. Exercise, you know what it is. You've done it before. You've been through this before. I feel like you've been through this before and you forgot what you did the last time to pull yourself out of this funk. So, so just kind of go back and think about, and also this is also coming to me. Think about what you would tell a friend if you were having a conversation with a friend that was in your situation. What would you be telling them to do to improve their feelings, thoughts, negative attitude, or whatever? What would your advice be to them? The advice that you would give to your friend is the advice that you need to be giving to yourself right now. Now this says seek seclusion. I feel like this goes along with the meditation. But I also feel like that is seek seclusion in nature. So if you've got a park or something around where you're at, go out and, hike in the park. And the seclusion is only, because it came out with the meditation card, I feel like that only has to do with clearing your mind so you can receive guidance from your oversoul, your higher self, your specific guides, or anybody else that wants to send you messages. You can listen to music if that'll, if you can get messages from that. Some people can, some people can't. That's why I feel like that came out. Let's see what else comes out. These cards are so big, it's hard for my hands to fit around them. Okay, there. Self-love. All right. That goes along with quit beating yourself up. I think you're feeling sorry for yourself right now because you've got yourself in this situation. I feel like you're blaming yourself for being in this situation, which is very possible. It's, most likely when we get in these situations, it is our fault. But give yourself a break and realize everybody gets like this sometimes, and everybody kind of gets in a funk, and your job is to get yourself out of it. So don't beat yourself up. You're not perfect. You came down here to learn lessons, and right now I feel like you're in a major situation of where somebody is you're in one of those, I am here to learn a lesson, and this is why you're going through what you're going through. It's a spiritual awakening. A lesson is to be learned, and you're not gonna be able to let go or get into a better place until this is what it feels like I'm seeing. I think it's an anvil, is like the thing, like you would hammer something like hot steel or iron or whatever. I feel like the universe is pounding the shit out of you right now because they're like, you're going to learn this lesson. You said you wanted to learn how to do blah, 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 blah. And they're just like pounding you because you gave the universe permission to do this before you came down here. And you're like, I need to learn how to do blah, blah, blah. I need to learn this. I need to learn this. I need to learn this. And the universe is like, all right, you told us you wanted to learn this, so we're going to really give it to you. And it's like they keep hammering you and you keep resisting. And if you would quit resisting and do what you need to do, the universe will be like, okay, you finally learned your lesson. We'll leave you alone now. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody or not, but sometimes when you're really, really, really going through it, and they call it the dark night of the soul, when you're really going through crap, it really is they are trying to mold you into the person that you want to be, that they know you can be. It's all for the good, but it sure doesn't feel like that way when you're going through the middle of it. That I can tell for sure. Let's see. This is all a lot about emotions, pinnacles. This is just all over the place. Emotions. Your money's bad. Your emotions are bad. Your creative movement is bad. Everything is stuck. Let's see if your life purpose, if I can get any guidance for that right now. Maybe that will help with some forward movement. If this can, maybe this can give you some ideas. I don't know. There is a specific person I am thinking about as I'm doing this reading because I know he's watching. This probably is exactly what's going to come out when I do your reading. You know who I'm talking to. You may get to just save your money. This so feels like exactly what is going through just based on the conversations that we have had. So let's see what, okay. So the first one that came up said counseling. You heal with kind words, wise advice, and an empathetic ear. Now, in this case, this is life purpose, but this feels like I am being told you need to go to counseling of some kind, or you need to have someone to talk to and bounce stuff off of as a counselor. Not you are the counselor, that someone that you look up to that could counsel you, could help you through this dark night of the soul. I keep wanting to say a moderator, but that's not the word. What word am I looking for? Mentor. Someone that you look up to, a mentor out there that you could turn to talk to about the situation that you're in and try to get yourself out of it. Let's see what else we've got for life purpose. Why maybe this will help us figure out what direction you need to be going, what your guides are trying to tell you that you're not listening to. Anything? There's one. Talk to your angels. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance. That goes along with the meditation and talk to your angels. Ask them for help. Tell the universe to send you some unexpected money. This is all for your higher purpose, whether it hurts like hell or not. Let's do one more. How am I doing on time? Ooh, this is a long one. I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to be done lecturing. Sagittarius. I'm trying to think. This doesn't really apply too much to me, thankfully. I'm in a pretty good place right now. Even though Sagittarius is my moon. All of those came out. Freedom, support, and travel. Freedom, you're free to do what you choose. We all know that. Support, your life purpose fully supports you. Well, if we could figure out what your life purpose was, then you know the divine has your... This is what I told my guy the other day. I said, I feel like you're on the right path. Anytime you are trying to make the world a better place, you have the full support of the universe behind you. So if you are currently doing something that is, and I when I say doing something, if there's anything that you are doing in your life that is not for the betterment of humanity, you probably are getting some resistance. But if you are doing something in your life that is going to make the world a better place, you have full support of the universe. So think about that. Think about what your role in the world is currently, and are you doing anything to make the world a better place, or are you just existing and taking up space? And figure out what you can do to make the world a better place. And then you're probably going to get out and past that stuck spot. Your life purpose involves traveling. I don't know what that is all about. Maybe you do, but the first thing that kind of popped up into my head, I saw travel, was go back home to the people that you know and get grounded. And I've done this. I used to do this when I was younger, and I would get myself in this situation where I was feeling super, super sorry for myself. And all I had to do was drive back. Like, I hope nobody from my hometown's watching this. All I had to do was go back and drive home and it regrounded me, and it made me appreciate things more. And maybe it was just because I was able to, get out of my head for a while, be with my people, and when I came back home, I was in a different frame of mind, and I was much more appreciative of what I had in my life. And I feel like this travel card, even though it says your life purpose involves traveling, I feel like the message there is go travel to your home people. Travel to the place that you came from. So when you come back to where you are now, you will have a greater appreciation for who you are, how far you've come. And that's the feeling that I'm getting from that. Hopefully that makes sense. So anyway, I am done with the Sagittarius reading. Now I'm going to go shop for some crystals. Everybody have a great day. Bye.